Okay, so we have to see inheritance. I have already shared that with you. So inheritance, we have seen what is inheritance, and now I'm going to put some code there. So we need a base class and a derived class. We need a parent class, you can say that. So let's say we call it parent. Sorry. Sometimes when you type fast, then you end up in issues like this. In a parent class, I need the init. Not necessary, but yes, I'm having it. And I'm not defining anything here. And now self dot parent attribute or whatever variable. I am a parent. I'm a parent class. You can say now. Then I can define parent. Sorry, method. This I can pass on myself. Sorry, itself. Three things happen like this. Okay. In this, I'm just printing, nothing else. I am back. Whatever you can do. Type whatever you want. Now I want to have to create now the child class. Now create child that would inherit. How it is going to inherit? Let's have child. Okay. And in this, I'm going to pass the name of the class. Simple. It's as simple as that. Child and name of the class. That is the name of the parent class. Okay. Now again, this is okay, init for again self. Just giving you the basic structure what we use. Now this we have initialization here. Now parent dot we can call init a parent init and then self not function is just calling then self dot child child I can give a small also that's okay attribute is equal to I am a child give any text now create an object of the child. We don't create an object of your parent class, we'll be calling the parent from the child. So we need object of only the child, not the parent. So if you access the child, you access the parent also. Okay. So a child is equal to, sorry, obj is equal to child bracket. This is what I give. Show the attributes or print attributes. Now print, let's say have child, sorry, child dot child attribute there. Now print. This is just printing the attribute of child. I'll just run it up till now and show you that now it has some error because of some mistakes. Child obj, sorry, obj dot. It's not child. It is obj. So you cannot access it directly. That's fine. Okay. I am a child. So I am a child. This attribute we have access. Now we have to print child what parent attribute. From child. It's not child obj. Sorry. Okay. Obj dot parent attribute and run it. So I am a parent class. I am a child. You can see that you can access them directly, and we are printing also some thing. So I can access that obj from the same object, and I can access the method also parent underscore, yeah, parent method. Access this method directly using the round bracket, and now I run it. Now everything will be called, child will be called, then the parent attribute, and then we have object here. I'm not printing it, I'm printing, so it should come. Object dot parent method should come. Obj dot parent method, it should have displayed. Let me run it again. Yes, I did not run. That was the thing. So on obj.parent, you can access the parent method directly with your name of your object. So if you create a child and a parent, and child inherits the parent, then you don't need to go to the parent directly. Through the child, you can access the parent. Okay, fine. So this is what we have in inheritance, and we have more examples. Let's see some more examples. See if we can do a few things. We can use super also. This is commonly used in your Java code. So I'm just pasting it now. So parent, we have the same thing, and parent method we have. Then we have the child parent, and in this we have defined initialization self. Now super dot init. Now super will help you access the parent class. Okay, access the parent class or the one class above it. Okay, so we are inheriting what? Parent. So super will be an object for your parent. In this case, in earlier case, we were using self, or we were using parent directly to access it. The parameter parent dot init self. In this case, we are using super instead of parent. Okay, that is the only difference. Otherwise everything is same. So if you want to access the parent class, you can use super keyword. Okay, so we have super self this also, but we don't have this here. We can have multiple inheritance. So for that, we can have a class, let's say a define a self. Oh, there's no init class. Grandfather. I'll make it grandfather. Okay. I'll do that. Now there's another one. This is not a nested class. Okay. A B now. Okay. Nested classes also we have in some languages. We're not using any nested class here. Father. We're accessing both A and B in C. Define C a method here, and we have self. And oh, sorry, I didn't put colons there. You can print here child. So multiple inheritance is here. I'll just put it here. Multiple inheritance sample. More than one class you are inheriting. Now, object of the base you have to create. So obj is equal to C round bracket. Once you have an object of this, then you can access anything from it. So obj dot a, obj dot a, obj dot b, and so on. ABC. Now, if I run it, grandfather, father, and child. You can see that with one object of the base class, I have accessed all the classes. Right? So this is inheritance. Now, the interesting part is that this is you're hiding the things here. We are just using the base class. We are only interested in the base class. We are not interested in the derived classes. We are interested in not in the parent classes. We have the derived class, and we are using it only to access the others. So we don't have an direct access to A and B unless we create an object of A and B. We can create an object of A and B, and we can access it. That is a different thing altogether. Like I can show you an example. Let's do it like this. So this I'll create of A, obj dot A again. Obj, sorry. I'll have fun, and here also, so that I won't override it. If I run it now, you can see I can access it. Okay, so it's not that it is hidden or something, but with one name of with one object of a base class, child class, you can access the parents. Okay, more than one you can inherit, and that is the beauty of Python. Any number they don't make things complicated. It is possible in multiple inheritance is it's not multiple inheritance, it is multi-level inheritance. Actually, it is possible in Java also. We can have little objects we have to create. There's a different way of doing it, more complex but more secured. Okay, here we get accessing the parent classes, and we can create an object of the parent classes also directly, even if it is inherited. Right? But we are not defining that it is an inherited class, but you can do it. So it is helpful, these multi-level or multiple inheritances. They are helpful when we have a project and the team is designing the classes separately, and then I can, the main function, what I can do is I can call all the classes and work on it directly. I can call them directly also. Right? So that is what classes are all about, and this is what inheritance is. But the rest of the three things, we'll see whether we can actually achieve it or not. But that is not very important part. As far as security is concerned, yes, they are important. There's no doubt about it. But for now, we will take a pause and We have a class tomorrow, we have a lab tomorrow for us, so we will have enough time to explore the things and see. We have already seen the one AI ML part, how we are implementing that, but because we were having functions there, so I have to introduce you to the functions and the classes also, so you may have the classes also, but for now it is not required. And why it is why I told you about the classes and functions is that the reason is because Python is an open source, right? So your source codes are open to you. If you want to see what is happening inside the code, you can open the code and see what is happening. But if you do not understand what a function is, what a class is, you will not be able to understand the code inside the code, the programs, right? So just have to open it and see, and with the knowledge of your different your functions and classes, it will be easier for you to understand what is happening around, right? So just for the sake of your knowledge, you should understand what object oriented is. And in object oriented, Sheth is saying something, I'm not able to hear you. Okay, anyway, so we'll be meeting tomorrow, and whatever the queries you have, we will address to them tomorrow, or once we finish with the classes. We have already finished with the classes, but three things we have not seen, but we'll have to see whether they can be implemented or not in Python. Abstraction, encapsulation, and inheritance we have done. Polymorphism, we have done polymorphism also. A sort of polymorphism, one class can be used multiple times, right? But we'll see that practically how the things will work, and then we'll have to go ahead with your machine learning implementation, k-means and all. Very simple way, but we have to do it practically. We'll give you something to work on, right? So once we finish the theoretical machine learning part, implementation part, we will be working on the projects and see how practically we can do that, right? So we'll be meeting tomorrow at 9 o'clock for the lab. Tomorrow is Friday, so we'll be eating. Till then, see you, take care, and have a nice day. Bye.